We're coming to you from the country's third oldest city and the oldest city in Michigan. Most people come here for the lock. If you're not familiar with what a lock is, it's a system that allows a ship to come through and they raise it up and down to conquer elevation changes across the lake. It's fascinating to watch these huge boats move through there. There's an amazing visitor center there. Everything is very hands-on. The kids had a blast in there. There's all kinds of dials that you can move, like wooden boats around. Big observation platform where you can watch all the boats come through. We'll put up the website below and you can check when the boats come through, and then you can try to get there at the same time to watch these boats move through the locks. Another spot that you can watch the big boats come through is at Clyde's Drive-In. This is like an original drive-in place where you drive up and somebody comes out to your car and takes your order. Really good burgers, really good food.
They did.
The Big C was like this 2/3 of a pound.
3/4 pound.
I finished it.
You were hurting.
I was hurting.
All the food was really good.
The fries were really good too.
Shakes were good. Place has been around since what, the 40s?
Yeah, it has.
So.
Still looks like it's been around since the 40s. So, and from there you can get access to Rotary Park and you can watch the huge barges come through like really close.
And that seemed to be what people do. You go to Clyde's, you get your food, you drive across to the park, and then you see everybody sitting in their cars.
Everybody's eating the french fries. Like, well, everybody's doing the same thing. It's definitely cool to do. Definitely one of those things that you must do. The Tower of History. This place was built by the Catholic Church in 1968. And then they abandoned it mid-construction. And then they donated it to the Historical Society. And then they finished it and they put an observation platform up. It's like 200 feet up in the air.
298 steps to get to the top, I think is what it was. But they also have an elevator that you can go up to the top. The boys and I did that.
I was too chicken to do that. Huge building, really old, and it kind of smells funny on the inside.
It smells funny.
You can tell it's aged. You can tell that it's dated.
Right.
But you get great views of Soo Locks.
Yeah, the views from the top are really pretty. You can see the whole city, and there's viewing platforms kind of on each side of the building. It is old, could stand a cleaning and probably a repair or two. And yeah, the smell in there is very strange.
You can buy it as part of a package together with Valley Camp Museum, which is like right across the way. And together of them, it works out pretty well. You save a couple bucks. Yeah. But the Valley Camp Museum, that's probably the best part of the whole trip. No. Valley Camp is a freighter that has since been retired. It's been 50 years on the Great Lake. It turned into a museum. 20,000 square foot museum.
It's huge.
Amazing museum. So many artifacts, and they tell you the history of the Great Lakes and the history of the ships.
Yeah.
There was an amazing art museum at the end of it.
Yeah.
I think I was more intrigued by the lighting. I think Max was too, because when he was there, he kept saying, I just love this place so much. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. In that area, the floor of the ship, from
it's like
all
warped and buckled.
Yeah, the metal.
Yeah, the iron ore and the taconite pellets over the years.
So everything that they have poured into that ship, when it hits the bottom and all the weight, and it's warped. And then, so you're walking through that, and it's kind of neat to be able to connect the dot, know why it's like that. The ship was a working ship at one point.
The other end of the ship, they had a huge exhibit for the Edmund Fitzgerald, which was one of the biggest freightliners to sink in the Great Lakes. Very sad story.
Yeah.
We were watching this documentary where they showed like one of the lifeboats that was like severed in half. They have that there.
Yeah, the 2 lifeboats that they found after the ship went down, they have in this museum.
Yeah. So I don't know how much longer they're going to have this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if they rotate it or if it lives there permanently, but it's
absolutely worth going to check out.
Yeah.
You know, we come into these cities and we scout out a bunch of things to do, and it never looks like we actually have enough to do in some of these smaller cities. We always end up with too much to do. And so we couldn't do everything that there was to do. We stayed at Soo Locks Campground. Not a bad campground, if you can book it and get not by the road, because we were by the road.
Yeah, we were.
It was insanely loud, but you can feel those huge barges come through.
You can get a spot right up next to the water, but it seemed like the spots next to the water got just a little tighter because they're trying to cram more people in over there. Yeah. But yeah, you've got front row seat to the ships coming through, so that was pretty cool.
You're in the little city, you can walk right down to all the shops. It definitely puts you in good proximity to see everything there is to see.
Yeah.
That's your 5-minute quick tour. You got the Soo Locks, you got Clyde's Drive-In, you got Tower of History, and you got the Valley Camp Museum, which is the coolest part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. And we will see you on the next one.